Jack Squad. How everybody doing today on this Thirsty Thursday? Hope all is well, and I hope you're making it happen for yourself. You got to make it happen for yourself, right? Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and all of my social media stuff is down in the description box, as well as my email and my Cash App. So also, y'all, yesterday, which was Wednesday, today is Thursday, I started, I'm going to be going live around 2 o'clock, right? So you guys, if you can, look out for that. If not, catch the replay. Something's in my eye. Catch the replay. I appreciate it, right? Something new I'm starting, trying to make the most of my time. I don't have a lot of it and I be tired because I work a job. Okay? And amongst other things. So anyway, real quick, y'all, I got a dating story. Got to tell y'all this dating story. This happened the day before yesterday, right? So I met a guy last week, and we've been talking on the phone, and it was interesting conversation, and we actually were supposed to go on a date Sunday, a little light date, but I was tired, and I didn't go, right? I didn't feel like it, and I told him so. It didn't have nothing to do with him. I was tired, and my body was like no. So I didn't go, and he was very understanding in that, and that made me, see him in a little different light, because he was understanding about that. He wasn't upset like, you told me we was going to do this and that. Now, he did initially say that. He said, you was talking a lot of stuff, because I told him, y'all know how I talk. You got to court me, you got to date me, right? But I was tired. So anyway, we didn't go. We continued to talk. He was very understanding. That was cool. He wanted some cool points. All right. So a lot of times I've been talking to him and he'd be sitting in his car. And I'm like, why are you sitting in your car? Now, he had told me he had, he just had one room. I don't know, some guys, I guess that's okay. Because I know a couple other guys that do that, guys that work with me. They cool with the one room, Airbnb, stuff like that. Like, I don't know. But anyway, so I have been saying we was let's spruce it up and FaceTime. It makes it more interesting when you talk and so on and so forth, right? So we did that a time or two. So this particular day, he was still sitting in the car. Now that was the day I had a flat tire. So I had a flat tire. So I talked to him while, that's how we got on the FaceTime, because I had the flat tire. So I was like, well, we can talk, right? So we talking. So I done got the flat fixed, went to the store, got home. I said, I'll call you back. Took my clothes off, got comfortable, and he was still sitting in his car. Why? Right? Now, let me tell y'all something about the Lord, the Holy Spirit. And you need this when you're dating, especially. You need it all the time, but you need it especially when you're dating. Why? Because the Holy Spirit will tell you things and reveal things. It has never failed me since I've been single. I wish I had what I have now way long time ago. Been some folks I would have never been with, right? And so it kept pressing on me, like, go in your house. Go in the house. Why you sit in the car? He told me stuff like he liked to be outside. Because, sometimes we talk, I can hear it outside. He liked to be outside. And then sometimes I talk to him, he's walking. So, he's a country guy. He was like, he's a country guy. He was raised on the farm. It's okay, you like outside. That was okay for a few days. But today, you at home, you've been at home, go in the house. Go in the house, right? So he like, go in the house. Like, something. Go in the house. Like, I'm at home. Matter of fact, y'all, I got home. I had put my scarf on, took my wig off, got my pajamas on, my t-shirt and stuff, right? I'm laying comfortably in my bed. You do the same, right? Or sit out on your couch, whatever, right? And a lot of times when I'm talking to guys, they'll be like, you in the bed already at 6 o'clock? Yes, I'm tired. When I come home, I don't have no kids to feed, no man to feed. I don't have nothing to do for nobody but myself. I lay down because I don't eat. 9 times out of 10, I don't eat when I come in the house. I done ate something at work and I don't eat because I don't like to eat at night, late after a certain hour, I don't eat, right? I might eat a snack, but I don't like eat food. I try not to, right? I don't want to do that. So I go and take a shower and get right into my bed. Yes, I do. Watch TV, talk on the phone, play games, do some research. I'm on my phone. I'm in the bed. I don't care what time it is. I don't care how light outside it is, right? So anyway, he was hesitant. He got out. He go in. I can't see nothing, right? Now, usually if somebody you talking, you see where they at or something. I couldn't see nothing, right? So he go in. Once he go in, it's a little dark. So I wait on him to turn on the light and sit down, right? He don't have to do that. So he walking, and then it gets a little light, and he just standing there looking stupid at me. And I'm like, what you looking at, right? He's standing there looking stupid. He wasn't talking, just standing there looking stupid. Looking stupid. So he kept standing there, and he was just standing there, and, wasn't really talking. Like, what's going on, bruh? So I thought I heard somebody call his name, but I wasn't sure because it could have been a TV, right? And we talked, we said something, a little bit of something, and then I heard his name being called. Okay? So I'm like, who is that? He tried to ignore it. He didn't even look that way, right? So they said it again. He said his name again. They said his name again, and he turned. And now, this time, I know that it's a woman. Right? I said, who is that? Now, you live in a small place. Who is that? So he said, let me call you back. Ain't no callbacks. Who is that, right? Who is that? He was like, let me call you back. Now, we on FaceTime. A lot of Negroes don't understand about the FaceTime, right? So I guess he put the phone down, but he didn't turn off the FaceTime, which was good for me because I get to hear, right? So he said, be quiet. Why you didn't be quiet, right? So she said, no, I was calling your name. He said, why didn't you just be quiet, right? So she said, it was a little bit like a light argument, more so on his behalf. For her, it was she not understanding, right, what's going on. He said, you see, I was on the phone. Why you just didn't be quiet? So she said, did I mess you up? That's what she kept saying. Did I mess you up? Did I mess you up, right? So I listened. He argued with her. All you had to do was be quiet, but you couldn't. You just had to just be quiet. That's all you had to do. So I'm waiting on some more conversation, and then eventually he hung up the phone, right? So I give it a few minutes. Now the nosy in me, because at this point I'm good. I'm all the way good. But I just out of nosiness, I want to know who was that, right? And what's going on? What's going on, fella? So he answered the phone. When I called it right back, he answered the phone. And he said, no, that's a friend that I'm helping out. Okay. That's a friend that you helping out, right? Something in my eyes when I keep doing that. That's a friend that you helping out. Okay. Friend that you helping out. Now then, if this is a friend that you helping out, that's something you should have told me right out the gate. Because here I am being honest and truthful with you, and you not with me. That's a definite no-no. Had he told me when I first met him, I got a lady friend there with me, I probably would have talked to him, but still, that's something you need to do. Make a practice of telling the truth, right? When you're trying to date. Tell the truth. Be your authentic self, whatever that may be. So he said, oh, that's a friend, and she came from Florida, and she stayed here. Now, she came from Florida. It ain't like y'all was next door neighbors or that was your cousin, friend, somebody in the city. She came from another destination to yours. Do you do that for just friends? Like, I live here, but it's weird to me. It was weird to me. Okay, that's your friend. I said, well, where? Now, he live in a small space. Where does she sleep? Right? So he talked over that. And so then I said, he said, well, her son he went to a whole story that I didn't need to know. Her son in prison, and she got her grandkids. And after that, I didn't really hear too much. Grandkids, where they at? They live in the room too. Lord have mercy. So I said, well, how many people in that room? He said 4. She had 2 grandkids and her. Now, that's wrong for me on a whole bunch of levels, right? This man get up and go to work early in the morning. So I said, well, where's everybody sleeping? Now, I had a vision. Y'all was sleeping in one bed like the 3 bears. Remember that little nursery rhyme? But anyway, he said they got mattresses on the floor. Now, right there, y'all, you know, sometimes you got to do what you have to do. But right there, any man that I want to be with that's interested in me does not, one, have a woman living with him, whether she on the floor, in the bathroom, in the tub, wherever she's sleeping at. She ain't there, right? Number 2, ain't no kids up in there, right? And a man that I would like would tell his friend no because I don't have enough space and assist her in getting some sort of housing or a social service place or something. Wouldn't be there. That's the man that I know and I like would use his thinking cap and do something else, not pile all them people into one room, especially kids and you a man. That's not good thinking to me, right? So, and then if I didn't hear the kids, right? So I don't know if they little, I don't know what ages they were. But, and another thing is a man that's interested in me would not be that interested in someone who can't take care of herself or her kids. Because evidently you done burnt all your bridges in Florida, so now you're here. Or did you have hopes of starting a relationship with this guy? Like, it's too many variables for me, right? I don't care. Anyway, like I told him, I'm done. I'm cool, right? So he was like, oh, I want you to be understanding. Why is it that Negroes want you to understand their plight all of the time? You want me to understand that a woman and her grandkids live with you. And a lot of times people talk to me, I repeat that so they can hear how stupid that sounds, right? Let's get some clarity on this, right? And it ain't even about the woman and the kids. It's about you lied. You omitted that. An omission is the same as a lie to me when you're getting to know someone. Same as a lie. It's a lie, right? He was like, and so, I'm like, I'm done. This is why I'm single. This is reason number 472 why I'm single, right? Here I am being honest and truthful with you, trying to really get you, because I kept expressing to him, this is a process. This is an interview. I'm trying to get to know you. You should be trying to get to know me, right? And you didn't do that. You didn't do that with honesty, right? So he kept texting me, and I want you to understand, and so on and so forth. I said, listen, you're a liar. Plus, that's a transient move. Like, I don't know what you want. I said, Father, I know y'all could be up in there smoking crack, right? Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because it seems like he worked a job, had a pretty decent job. Why didn't you seem like he was cheap or something? I don't know. Because I asked him, do you have any habits? I need to know all these things, right? Again, this is an interview process. Do you cheat? Do you hit women? Like, what you about? Even though people can lie, but you could tell a lot of times by their conversation. So he kept texting, and I want you to understand, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, and so on and so forth. I said, listen, I don't want to be bothered. I don't want to be bothered, because that was stupid, right? So you have a woman, you have a whole family living in one room. One room. Your decision-making skills are not where I need them to be. So I said, well, how long is she going to stay there? He said, to the end of the month. Now, I don't know if I guess he meant October month, right? Well, I didn't even ask him what's going to happen at the end of the month because I don't care. I just want to know what he had to say, right? You had a whole family in your room. And he said, all she had to do was be quiet. Listen, she talked because she wanted me to know, the person on the other end of the phone, because you've been sitting out talking for hours and all this, that it was a woman in there. I said, she did that purposely. And she kept calling his name. Like, y'all in the same room, what you keep calling his name for? You see him, right? Like, I don't know what kind of deal that was, what kind of situation that was. I don't know. You know, it was all weird to me. Like, you thought, because, you know, he thought that last Sunday, you know, I said we need to go somewhere and do something. He had hinted, this is another reason why I didn't do anything, because that turned me off. He said, well, I was going to come over there and watch the game. First of all, ain't no coming over to my house, right? Like I told him, you can know where I live and pick me up, but ain't no coming into my house. I do that. Let's do something else, right? And watching the game is not fun to me. I keep up with sports, but I don't want to sit down and look at a whole football game. I don't like you enough I don't know you enough and don't like you enough to sit down and pretend to enjoy a football game with you. That's not what we doing. That's not what we doing on the first date. Come to my house. Never. Never. I don't care who you are. You can be dripped in gold and chocolate. You're never coming to my house and that's a date on the first date. No. When you come to my house, we kind of been talking. We know each other. We like each other. We done vibe, you know. Never coming to my house on the first date and sit there and look at me. What we talking about? You have to do things with somebody to have fun and create a memory and an experience, right? Sitting in my house, I got to say what you want to watch, and you don't like this, and you don't know that. I ain't doing that. No. This is my comfort zone, and I like to be comfortable. I ain't doing that. And most men don't like reality TV, so if you come in here, I'm probably going to be watching reality TV or a movie, you know. I ain't doing that, right? So I just wanted to share with y'all. It ain't me. It ain't me. It's them, right? Because you were totally, and then he kept saying, why would I be on a date? And so I said, I done talked to plenty of Negroes who got wives and women, and just like you. Plenty of them. You ain't the first one. No, I'm just helping her out. Then he had the nerve to say, so now you judging me. What? You put it on the table to be judged. Yeah, I am. Yes, I am. Because I would like to think that the man that's interested in me have enough sense not to have a woman in his house and try to talk to me at the same time. And what he should have did, he's so country and stupid, he should have, I don't know what he should have did. He should have went somewhere and talked. He shouldn't have went home. Or when I said go in the house, he should have said, well, I don't feel like, you know, he should have said, I'm going to sit out here outside, you know, anything. You walk right in there and stood there and looked stupid. I'm telling y'all, he stood there and looked stupid. I was like, well, why are you looking at me like, what's going on? Why are you looking like that, right? Nothing. You're just looking stupid, right? Listen, y'all, it ain't me. I promise you it ain't me. I give everybody, or most folk, an opportunity, a chance, a shot. You blew your shot, bruh. You know, you blew your shot, right? And I'm telling y'all what I was saying about discernment. God has never failed me. When I'm talking to guys, I may talk to you for about a week or so until it's revealed. Usually God will put it on my spirit to ask a question or say something. Or sometimes I just ask God, show me who he is, if I'm interested. See, I hadn't got to that interested point with him. We hadn't went out or nothing like that. So if I'm interested, then I ask, well, God, show me what's happening. And he'll show me within 24 to 48 hours, he will show me, right? Listen, y'all, all we got to do is check in here. Everything we need to know is right up in here. If you feel something, it is something. That's all I'm saying. If you feel something, it is something. Because, you know, my goal that day was we talked about a lot of things, is to talk about finances. Like, how do you spend your money? Do you save your money? Do you have a wallet? Do you have a bank account? Do you know how to save? You know, all that stuff is important to me. Because if you're a fool with your money, you can't be a fool with your money fooling with me, right? But, you know, it's stuff like that I ask. Like, I have more interest in beyond what you look like. I need to know about you, right? And I found out that he lived with a woman and the 2 grandkids. And then what I want to know is how you took the grandkids. He was like, he kept saying they got to go to school. The whole thing was stupid to me, y'all. You know, so I have these experiences so I can share them with you, Jack Squad, YouTube family, right? Anyway, don't forget to hit the like button, y'all. You just got to be careful out here in these dating streets. Hit the like button, make sure you share, subscribe, and all of that good stuff, okay? Now I'm going on to work, and have me a great day. Don't forget, y'all, around 2 o'clock, if you see this, I'm going live. I know everybody working and doing things, but that just works out for me. And if you can watch the replay, okay? All right, y'all, everybody.